The Tortoise and the Hare, a tale by Aesop. Once upon a time, all the forest animals lived happily. Each one did something well and was proud of what it did. Bird built strong nests. Duck was the best swimmer. Chipmunk found acorns better than anyone. And Hare, well, Hare bragged more than anyone. Actually, he made a nuisance of himself with his bragging. He thought he was the best at everything. One fine spring day, Hare challenged his friends to a race. "Oh, come now," he bragged. "Surely someone will race. Of course, I'll win because hares run fastest than anyone, and I am the fastest of all the hares." Tired of Hare's bragging, the animals didn't answer. Besides, they did believe he was the fastest runner. So they all ignored him. Everyone, that is, but Tortoise. "I'll race you, Hare," said
Tortoise.
"but you have to promise something. If I win, you will stop bragging. We are tired of hearing over and over again how great you are." Hare thought for a moment. This was a promise he was sure he could make. He'd never have to stop bragging because he couldn't lose a race against a tortoise, the slowest of animals. "Indeed, you have my promise, friend," said Hare. "Shall we race on Saturday, then?" "Saturday it is," said Tortoise. "We'll race around the pond." And he walked back to his house. Plop, plop, plop. Hare, on the other hand, ran away laughing. "A race with a tortoise," he said. "What fun! I shall win easily. Ha ha ha!" All week the forest animals worried. Tortoise probably couldn't win the race against Hare, but they planned to cheer for him on race day anyway, on Saturday. Tortoise got ready for the big race. Every day he ran or walked, ate good food, and rested. Hare, on the other hand, only did a little extra hopping, just for practice. Saturday finally came, and it was hot. Just in time, Tortoise walked up to the starting line, bobbed his head up and down, as tortoises do. Then Hare arrived, grinning and prancing and still bragging. "See you at the finish line, Tortoise," he said. "I'll be there first, of course." When both contestants were ready, Duck gave a starting quack, and the race was on. Hare ran off fast as wind. Tortoise walked slowly behind. Plop, plop,
Plop.
The other animals were sure Tortoise couldn't win, but they kept cheering for him. About halfway around the pond, Hare couldn't even see Tortoise behind him. "What fun," he puffed. "I'll stop at my house for a bit of lunch and still win the race." So he turned off the racetrack at his house to have a carrot and some lemonade. He took a little nap, only a minute or two, he said to himself as he dozed off. Zzz, zzz. "Then I'll run to the finish line and wait there for Tortoise." Hare was really tired, probably from all that bragging. So he slept and
Slap.
Meanwhile, Tortoise kept walking at his slow but steady pace. Plop.
Plop. Plop. Plop.
The sun was hot, but he stopped for nothing. At long last he crossed the finish line. His friends cheered loudly. They gave him cups of cool water and lots of pats on his back. Tortoise had won the race. Everyone except Tortoise seemed surprised at that. The sound of the loud cheering woke Hare. He looked out his door toward the racetrack. "No! No! No!" he said, stomping his little rabbit feet in anger. How could this happen? But indeed it had. Foolish Hare had lost the race. And because of his promise he made, he could no longer brag. But because he could no longer brag, Hare became a much better friend and a lot more fun to be with. Tortoise taught everyone a good lesson that day. He showed that if you work slowly and steadily at something you want to do, no matter what anyone else thinks, you'll eventually do it.